You'll never guess who I ran across. I was driving along the Carolina roads and Wayne Taylor called me and said, Wayne? No, he said, Carl. I said, yes, Wayne.
I'm Wayne and you're Carl.
Yeah, that's right. We get things all mixed up. But anyway, he said, I'm going to Shelby to meet some folk. I said, well, I'm going to Shelby to meet some folk. And he says, well, okay, we'll see you there. And look what happened. How you doing, buddy?
Good. How are you, Carl? Nice to meet you.
So Wayne tells me.
Hi, I'm Wayne. Good to see you.
Hi, I'm Pam. Good to see you.
Hi, I'm Ireane. Good to see you.
Good to see y'all, folks. Okay, so you're here in Shelby, North Carolina now. Tell us what you're doing.
Well, we're here for about 10 days, and we're going to go to a workshop at the Scruggs Museum next week for 2 days. And we're here to see Wayne and Pam, and we're here to see the widow of our old friend Bobby Jones, that you may remember Bobby.
Sure.
And Darin and Brooke.
Oh, Darin and Brooke. What wonderful people they are.
That's right.
So tell us, if you will, your first impressions of the Earl Scruggs Center.
I think it's a marvelous place, the Earl Scruggs Center. It's a hands-on museum. It introduces Earl Scruggs to people who don't know a lot about him, about the context he came from, about the mills, about the importance of mill culture in Cleveland County. It's an important museum. It's a hands-on museum with lots of music. Mm-hmm. It's a place that people ought to go if they're in North Carolina, and it's underknown.
Or people that aren't from North Carolina who are visiting.
Right.
That's right.
Well, that's great. So Wayne Taylor.
Yes, sir.
Tells me that you are a writer.
Yes, I write.
So tell us a little bit about what your days are like.
My days, Ireane would say that my days are mostly spent sitting in front of the computer thinking about myself. Or taking a nap, right? But I write a blog that's an occasional blog. It comes out. I write reviews and previews and reviews of festivals. And I also do a lot of book reviews, and as many of those are music books as I can find and get. And I write a column on bluegrass music for No Depression magazine, which is an online magazine which was also print once and is print again.
You know, I love that name, No Depression.
No Depression, the title for No Depression, the name of the magazine, comes from a Carter family song, In Heaven There Is No Depression. And they're not talking about mental illness in this case. They're talking about the Great Depression of the 20s. And it's a perfect name for a music magazine.
He just does it, doesn't he, Wayne?
He does. He knows exactly what to say next. He's a smart guy.
It's a little bit like playing music, you know. Once you get started and wound up, you just don't stop.
Oh, you have to think ahead.
Right.
Always thinking ahead.
Always thinking ahead.
What finger am I going to put down and what fret?
Yeah.
And what string?
Yeah.
And what's this hand going to do?
That's right.
While this one's doing all that other stuff.
That's right. Well, fret not, my friend, because we've got a storyteller in our midst. So you're here in the Carolinas. Share with us just one of your many favorite Carolina stories.
Oh my goodness. You know,
Don Gibson's grave and Earl's.
Oh yeah, Bobby Jones, who people around here really know about, and some other people may remember Dr. Tom Bibey, who was a great blogger, who was really Bobby Jones in real life. When we first met, we finally came to visit him after meeting online through our two blogs, and then meeting at a festival in Burlington, North Carolina. We came down here, and Bobby took us to the famous the jam place.
Oh, the bomb shelter.
The bomb shelter in Cherryville, and to the Don Gibson gravesite, and to Flint Hill to visit Earl Scruggs' birthplace. It was a marvelous several days that we spent coming to know a great friend who sadly passed a few years ago.
So, coming from the perspective of a writer of all things bluegrass, having and country, and having the experience of being so close, so intimate with these great names of this genre of music, of this industry, if you will, what was that like for you?
Well, I came to bluegrass late. Bluegrass has not been my whole life, so that we've been in it for about 20 years. But you could, at the Earl Scruggs homestead, you could just feel his presence there. And it was a real presence. And his presence in Cleveland County is real. His family, his museum, what little remains of milk culture, all were part of who Earl Scruggs was and became that great music that he made. So it's a really important place to come, and Shelby County, or Cleveland County, reflects that in lots of good ways.
I think it's an amazing place. I particularly like the interactive table, where you can choose an instrument, a person, a period of time. Or it's an amazing interactive table. You get whatever information you might want from that particular question, and it's just amazing.
Wow. So you're married to this woman.
I am.
How does that make you feel?
Well, after 53 years, it makes me feel pretty good.
53 years?
53.
Wow.
But we're still interested in stuff and want to keep learning every day.
Do you still take long walks on the beach?
We haven't been on a beach. We spend several weeks a year in Myrtle Beach. We haven't touched the beach in years. Have to tell the truth.
We aren't beach people, what can I say?
I start with the photograph and go from there. Or I start to write my way into where I'm going, and then try to edit it into something that has some kind of coherence that links music to the music of today, and also to the history of bluegrass music and the context of the places it came from. And I read a great deal. I review books about music, in a variety of things. I love to learn. I still love to learn.
I mean, it sounds to me like you're kind of moved by the rhythm of these sounds, this music, the words. That sounds like that's what inspires you.
And it's growth and change too. I think that's part of what fascinates me, is how things change, how we as individuals who experience anything in life integrate it into who we are and where we're going with that.
Growth and change.
That's what I said.
Growth and change. Ma'am, is that what's made it last 53 years?
That might be true. We've had a bunch of different careers.
Hi, my name's Ted Lehmann, and I'm a blogger and a columnist for No Depression magazine. And with my wife Ireane, we're from New Hampshire, and we've been traveling for 20 years, going to bluegrass festivals and enjoying bluegrass music and bluegrass people. It's much more fun to have conversation with nice people than it is to fall asleep in front of a television set. Does that work?